This presentation provides an overview of using the TIDE online reporting system, TIDE ORS, to access AZMERIT data and reports. The TIDE ORS is a web-based system that provides score reports for each student who takes an AZMERIT test. Teachers, administrators, and district staff can access individual and aggregate score information in TIDE ORS. Please remember, assessment data is embargoed and is not for public release. Data can be shared at a school level with staff for planning and shared with families for their individual students. The data in ORS is reflective of all students tested. The data does not reflect adjustments and does not reflect the data that will be used for accountability measures. For example, the data presented in TIDE ORS is for all students tested at a school, not only FAE students. The state assessment reporting timelines are underway. Principals have been working with MTSS staff if students at their school did not meet Move On When Reading requirements. On May 15th, third grade AZMERIT data became available. Data for all grade levels was available on May 25th. Science files from Pearson have been downloaded and saved to your T drive folder. Third grade assessment reports have arrived and will be mailed by June 9th. 4th through 8th grade data reports will arrive in June and will be mailed by June 28th. Copies of score reports will be distributed to sites to place into cumulative folders by July 12th. June 29th is the last day for districts to verify or correct records or data for state assessments. Dr. Bolnick has already started this process. To access ORS from TIDE, click the TIDE link from the Kyrene Employee Resources page. Select the Online Reporting System button. You will get a login screen, and your login for the ORS is the same as for TIDE. A full manual for the ORS is available in the Educator and Test Administrator resources. Resources for understanding test reporting are also located on the Site Test Coordinator State Assessment webpage on the Kyrene website. There's a copy of the ORS manual, scale score tables, blueprints, sample parent reports, and brochures, as well as links to the school-specific folders containing AIMS files. You access this page through the Curriculum Assessment page under the Resources for Administrators heading. Click the plus sign and the Site Test Coordinator State Assessments link and scroll down to the Test Reporting Resources heading. Note, you will need to be an Internet Explorer and logged into SchoolWires to access and use this web page. There are several types of reports available in ORS. Each report type displays different information and allows the user to drill down to additional levels of detail on an assessment or to the class or student level. Finally, you are able to export an Excel report of all state assessment results into Excel. Access to data is dependent upon role. District-level administrators will need to select a school. Site-level administrators have access to their site. Teachers have access to their rosters. From the ORS launch page, you can access student data files or score reports. The home page dashboard can be accessed by selecting the Score Reports button from the launch page. Notice that now you can toggle between Score Reports and Reports/Files at the top of the page directly under the AZMERIT ribbon. There's a toolbar in gray below the ribbon with additional options. One of these options is Print, which will print the information from the current page display. The home page dashboard shows the number of students that took each test and the overall percent passing on the AZMERIT by test and by subject for spring 2018. This is the default setting. The percent passing is the percent of students in the highly proficient and proficient categories combined. If you wish to see last year's results, you can change the administration drop-down menu to spring 2017. Each of the boxes in the table links to a subject detail report that answers the question, how did my students perform overall? There's a subject detail report available for each grade level and subject area or course. When you are on the subject detail report screen, you are able to view aggregate information for that specific assessment. If you selected third grade ELA, you will see a score distribution for all performance levels for that assessment. Information about the test you are viewing is at the top of the report. Proficiency levels are color-coded and a legend is shown near the top of the screen. Proficiency levels are available for state, district, school, and then teacher by teacher. This information is accessed by having the Comparison On button selected. Only the teacher results show with the setting of Comparison off. The table names the data group, number of students in the group, average scale score of the group, percent passing for the group, and a stacked bar graph of the performance levels. Each of the headings of the columns, name, student count, average scale score, and percent passing, can be used to sort the data in order of that column. One click will sort the data in ascending order. A second click sorts in descending order. The default order is alpha by teacher name. Remember, all teachers with a roster will be listed. Grade level teachers will show with their students. Special area teachers will show data for all their students at a grade level. Resource teachers will show students on their caseload. Rosters were uploaded at a point in time from information in Synergy. If there are errors in the rosters and you would like to correct them, please see pages 45 through 47 in the ORS manual for full directions on how to view and modify a roster. For example, at an elementary school, you may want to remove the rosters for your special area teachers if that is not helpful for you. You can switch to another grade level and subject or course by clicking the magnifying glass next to the school and changing the subject and grade level in the pop-up window, and then clicking View. You can also go back to the score report table and click another set of cells. You can show a breakdown of the data on the subject detail report by ethnicity or gender by selecting those options in the Breakdown By drop-down menu. If using these views, be sure to look at the N sizes or number of students that were in that group. Several of the subgroups may be very small, and 33% may only represent 1 or 2 students. Another view of the aggregate data is by scoring category. You can get to the scoring category report by selecting the magnifying glass next to the school and changing the What option from subject to scoring categories. The report uses color coding as shown in the key and shows the percent of students in each of 3 categories: below mastery, at or near mastery, or above mastery. This information is in the stacked bar graphs. To the right of the stacked bar graphs are relative strengths and weaknesses in the domains. Most of the time, these are all equal signs, meaning the performance in the domain is similar to the overall performance on the test. Occasionally, there will be an up or down arrow showing a relative strength or weakness in the domains. Asterisks are used when the N sizes are too small to make comparisons. To access student-level data in TIDE, you can select the magnifying glass next to the school or any teacher to bring up the pop-up window. Change the Who option from Teacher to Student and click View. This will provide an alphabetical list of students, scale scores, and performance levels. Just as on the previous report, column headings can be used to sort the data in ascending or descending order. From the Student Roster Report, click on the magnifying glass to bring up the pop-up window. The pop-up window will now display the student's name at the top. Click on View. This will display the individual student report for a specific subject area. Individual student reports can also be accessed from any screen by selecting the Search Students in the gray bar with a magnifying glass icon. A Search Students window will pop up. Make sure the school year is 2017-2018. In Select Students By, switch to Name. Enter the first and/or last name in the text box and click on the Search button. This will bring up a window in which you can access all the score reports for ELA and Math for a student with buttons for each score report. Note, the parent reports also display longitudinal performance data if available. The student-level reports in TIDE ORS do not show this information. The Student Data Files button takes you to a screen with several drop-down menus. You are able to set the menus and click the Download button. The following are the settings you will want to use to create an Excel file of all your results. I believe all the settings you will want are the default settings. Once you have downloaded all your results, you can filter to separate by grade level, test, or any other descriptor of your choosing in Excel. For step 1, choose what? Choose the report type as student data, the test as AZMERIT, administration as spring 2018, tested grade as all grades, download format as Excel, and filter by as all. In step 2, choose who. Select the district as Kyrene School District. The school should show as your school automatically, and teachers as all. The bottom of the screen contains a report inbox where your file will appear once complete. You can access the inbox from any screen in the gray toolbar by the envelope icon. After you hit download, you will receive a pop-up message that you will receive an email when the file is ready. If you stay on the student data file screen, at first the file will appear at the top of the list with an active or running status. You can refresh the screen by refreshing your browser using the circle arrow at the top left of the browser navigation tools. Once the file is showing as downloaded, you can select the download link next to the name of the file to download the file into Excel from the browser and then open. The amount of time to run will depend on the size of the file. The elementary reports appear to take about 3 minutes to run, and the middle school reports about 8 minutes to run. Note, Excel will give you an error message that the file format and extensions don't match, and that the file could be corrupted or unsafe. It will ask you if you want to open it anyway. The answer to that is yes. The file contains comprehensive information for the AZMERIT tests. Generally, each student will have 2 lines, one for ELA results and one for math results. INC means that the student does not have a result for that test. Either the test was not complete or invalidated. The writing score may also list a CM. The CM code indicates that the response was present but was not scorable because it was either not in English, not of a sufficient length, and/or did not address the prompt. In the file, demographic information is in columns A through R. Student names are in columns G, H, and I. The grade level is listed in column Q. Test results start in column S. The assessment name is in column S. The scale score total is in column W. More details about scale scores and test blueprints are available in the attachments with this presentation. Performance levels are listed in column Y. 4 stands for highly proficient, 3 for proficient, 2 for partially proficient, and 1 for minimally proficient. Move on when reading indicator is listed in column Z. Performance levels for ELA domains are listed in columns AA through AF. Performance levels for math domains are listed in columns AG through AV. Note that math domains vary from test to test. If you have questions about data or on reporting for your state assessments, please contact members of your district state assessment team. You can contact Christy McDougall, Janet O'Toole, or if you have questions about data irregularities, Rebecca Bolnick. Thank you and have a great day.